welcome to the second review of the evening. Up this time is a game called Thunderpaw. Right, so Thunderpaw is a run and gun action platforming game. Um, it's published by Radalikia Games, but originally appeared on the PC by a company called, or a developer called Sergio Poveroni. Wouldn't be surprised if this was a single dev project. I mean, it's simple enough where that would be the case, and with a company name like that, like 5 people tops. But anyway, I suppose that we have to talk about the game here. Rather not, because okay, so if you're a long-time watcher of our reviews, specifically Radalikia game reviews, you know that we often harp about how they have a certain type of game published or developed or whatever. It's like they like very simple platforming games of various measures. Like on the surface here, outside of, say, maybe the furry aesthetic, this doesn't look too dissimilar from, say, Random Heroes, which we recently reviewed. And I'll be honest, I was going in expecting, another average romp. This was okay, not good, not bad, not particularly memorable, but oh no, this game was actually bad. Like, really fucking bad.
Who the fuck gives your character recoil when they fire their weapon?
I don't know. Outside of whoever the fuck Sergio Poveroni is. Like,
no, really, I think I
this,
found a new sin of video gaming. Good lord.
Yeah.
In fairness, I know at least one other game that kind of does that people think of quite well.
Right.
Cave Story, since you can actually use a fucking machine gun as a jetpack.
This is more, we're trying to apply Newtonian physics to it's like there's a reason why Metal Slug, Contra, all these kind of games never did that, because it's not fun. Especially since we're not just talking about a little bit of knockback, you're gonna be flying every time you take a fucking shot.
Mm-hmm.
Also, speaking of Cave Story, it's got the upgrade system of Cave Story. That is to say, your shots get not just more powerful, but they get more range the more blue diamonds you gather. And when you get hit, that shit goes down. This has never not been an annoying game mechanic. I'm like, Cave Story made it work because, Cave Story's a really good game, and this is at best average. Once again, taking out the shitty recoil physics out of the equation, and then you're left with a game that's perfectly molded to the Radalikia game template. Bland level design, bland, all the levels look about the same. Bland enemies, just, it's a pile of blandness.
With a side of bland.
Yeah, what you're doing is you are not just running to the end of the goal. You've got to kill all of the enemies in a given area, and that's about 8.
And that means you have to find all of them.
Yeah, and that gets more annoying as it goes on. But once again, this is some standard shit.
Do any of them actually hide, or
not really?
Is it just getting to the right parts of the level?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They don't really do all that much. I'm like, once again, this was almost a perfectly serviceable Radalikia game. That could exist along the side, Mecha Bolt, for example. But no, they had to get creative in the wrong ways. That is to say, let's have all our weapons, bounce you back. I'm
Can
like,
you shoot down and boost yourself
Nope.
up with it?
nope.
Can you shoot up or down?
Nope.
No. You are
Okay.
shooting horizontally. Like, no. Yeah, it's like, do not expect the articulation that Contra or even Metal Slug has. By the way, Contra greater than Metal Slug because I can shoot in the diagonals in that franchise.
I think most people who particularly like Metal Slug mostly just really, really like the pixel art.
Like, I like Metal Slug just fine, but it's like I've never liked the fact that I have to run while shooting on the diagonals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like never like that.
How does Contra do that? Is it like to hold a trigger or something?
You just lock in place.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's just you point diagonally, you don't run. And they've been doing that since the beginning. Yeah, it's like obviously we would rather be talking about much better games than Thunderpaw here. Like, and like I said, outside of the shitty dynamics here, it's a game that exists. I mean, Petty Fan, you're playing the PlayStation 4 version, so what are your thoughts on it?
Violent internal screaming. But beside that, yeah, it's not great.
Yeah.
And
I think we're pretty much in concurrence. And, like, I only played a half an hour of this because it was the physics were so awful.
I
It's
haven't
like,
even beat the first
got to-
boss.
Yeah, I got to World 2, and I'm just like, look, if I probably would have dropped it out of boredom if I didn't drop it out of infuriation over the physics.
Mm-hmm. Because, oh god, let's talk about the jump for a second. Oh boy!
Yeah, I've noticed you have a very, very variable jump height.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you don't seem to have much of the grace period of walk off a ledge and then jump. Because I've noticed a couple of times you walk off a ledge and then clearly tried to jump but didn't hit it in time.
Yup. Though I think some of that
gun recoil really does not combine well with these rather small platforms where you're trying to climb up. So
nope.
You think? Like, yeah, like I said, this game's just kind of a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So some of the artifacting and glitching and stuff is just because I'm playing remote play via PS4.
Yeah, I suppose I can give a bit of kudos for like trying some kind of ambition, unique ideas. It's just, the execution was shit. And anyway, pricing. So game clocks in at your standard Radalikia price of $5. I mean, it's on sale right now, but interestingly enough, this has some DLC that's not just, say, a soundtrack or an art book or anything like that. It's got 3 content packs, Blood Mode, Green Blood Mode, and Hardy Mode. I don't think I bought any of these because, I can imagine what Blood Mode and Green Blood Mode are. That let's see. Does this have what is Hardy Mode? Because
Hardy Mode makes you invincible and turn off knockback. I'm gonna fucking strangle somebody.
There. It's almost over.
I'm going to say.
Oh, okay. It's the very hardy mode, as in
Hard mode.
The highest level of difficulty without any level saves. Test yourself for durability. If you die, you start from the beginning. Well, that's $1 wasted.
Yeah.
I mean, all the difficulty here is pretty fake because, like I said, outside the knockback, like fighting the enemies isn't all that difficult.
Mm-hmm. Except when you have a short-range weapon, because they have like infinite range or damn near it.
Yeah, it's like all of the difficulty is coming from bad design, not actual challenge. So overall, this game is a piece of poop. And don't be surprised if it's a contender for worst of the year.
Mm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
right. So with that out of the way, when we pick up after the break, we'll be talking about Alex will be talking about Fly Punch Boom.